Going on Tie Too Fast with you. Today we have a review ride for you guys. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've really enjoyed about this beautiful ZX10R, and then we're also going to talk about some things that I feel like could be changed on it. Still some things that I want to do to it, but all in all, I feel like I love this bike. I don't know, I feel like I made the right decision with this bike. As you guys can see, it's a beautiful day outside. I'm in Greenwood right now, waiting for the mall to open up. I got to grab a few things, and then I think I'm going to pick up a few t-shirts, to be honest. Some Too Fast Life t-shirts. I do have those ready for you guys on the website if you're interested. I'll drop a photo of the website on this video so you guys can see the link and how to get that. If you guys want to get some merch, I'd definitely appreciate it. Just want to enjoy the day today, get a nice little ride in. We're going to do a little review of the beautiful 2024 ZX10R. One thing that we could talk about is the different rider modes on this bike. You have your normal 3 modes. So you have rain mode, you have road mode, and then you have sport mode, which normally I ride in sport mode. I like having a little bit of traction control on. I'm not sure exactly what level of traction control is on in sport mode. If you guys know, maybe you could drop down in the comments below. But typically that's what I like to ride in, sport mode. So let's go in here to the menu. You guys can see it's got a very nice menu for you. It's got different vehicle settings that you can adjust and play with. You got your shift lamp, which will tell you that you need to shift depending on what RPMs you want it to shift at. I keep mine at 11.5. Kawasaki quick shift on this bike. You obviously have the quick shift and you have the auto blip. I feel like it's pretty smooth, to be honest, so no complaints with the quick shifter. I know some people say that the quick shifter is not that smooth, but I do have this tuned through Indie SBK, and honestly I just feel like the quick shifter is fine, so no complaints on that end. You have the Kawasaki engine braking control settings. I keep that off unless I'm on the track, but my first track weekend at NCM I decided to keep the engine braking control off, but obviously when you do that you gotta worry about braking more. I feel like having it on does help a little bit. My second weekend I did decide to keep it on just so I didn't have to worry so much about the braking. Alright, so I started moving. It's gonna take me off the screen. Before we get riding, I want to show you guys a few things. So back to vehicle settings. You have the Kawasaki launch control mode. Apparently I got that on 1, and then you have rider modes, which is kind of cool about this bike. So in here you can select that on or off, and what that'll do is when you go back to those modes that we originally talked about, for instance right now I went down to rider mode 1. Now you can see you got your power level, you got your Kawasaki traction control, and you could preset these to what you want. So let's say you wanted power at full, you wanted the traction control off, then you could do that right there in those rider modes. It does not have like a wheelie control mode. I've tried to play with it, I've tried to figure it out, try to do some research on it, but I can't find anything on like a wheelie control mode. So I know like the Aprilia, Ducati, the BMW S1K, those bikes do have wheelie control settings. So I will say that's the one thing about this bike. That's probably the only thing about this bike that I do not like, because in a sense for me to do power wheelies I have to turn the traction control off, because when it's on and you're trying to do a power wheelie or even a clutch up, the bike doesn't want to seem to come up because you got that traction control off, so it wants to bring that front end down, which is a nice feature if you're trying to play it safe. But for the guys that like to wheelie, I'm sure that's going to be one of the biggest complaints about this bike. But I'll go ahead and do a little pull for you guys. You can see with the traction control off, that's when you can get the wheel up. So again, there's no wheelie control, traction control has to be off. So you have your Showa front forks in the rear shock. I have had it adjusted to my weight. As you guys can see, the little paint marks. We have got it adjusted for the track. The suspension on this bike is incredible. You got your Brembo brakes. You got your Olin's steering wheel dampener, which definitely helps. If you guys don't have one on a bigger bike, I definitely recommend you do so. Alright guys, so one of the things I realized I missed in this review was the fact that this bike does have cruise control, which is an amazing feature, especially on a sport bike, because then on the highway or just on back roads or whatever, if you're starting to get sore or whatever, you want to sit more upright, you can do so and just hit this cruise control button right there. And you hit that button, you can see that it comes on up there, and then you can set it. You can also adjust your speed, pretty much just like a car. That is a huge feature, and I wanted to make sure I added that to the video for you guys. So another thing I'd say about this bike that I really like is that stock with the exhaust system that you have on it, it's got a huge can when you first buy it, right? Let's say you buy it new, no exhaust. Let's say you want to do a cat delete and you want to put like the M4, such as the one that I have on mine, the GP. just cleaned the chain and everything, y'all, so it's riding good right now. Did a little chain adjustment. Anyways, the one good thing about the stock exhaust system is that it comes with titanium headers. Now, the shape is obviously probably going to be a little different if you do a full exhaust system, but you still get an amazing sound with the Cat Delete slip-on. You can definitely save some money depending on which one you go with. You still get an amazing sounding bike, because all I've done is deleted the Cat, and with the tune I took out the O2 sensor, but the bike sounds amazing, y'all. And I've got a $600 M4 slip-on exhaust. Now in the future I would like to maybe get a full SC Projects exhaust on this bike, but there's some things I want to do to the R7 first before we try to upgrade the exhaust. Maybe with some more support from you guys we can get there. I'm trying to get the channel bigger, so if you guys want to see some more stuff done to the bike, grab some merch, subscribe. Maybe in the future we'll try to get a SC Projects on here. I feel like I've had no problems with this M4 exhaust, and for the price point the sound is incredible. I do get some flames, they're not the biggest flames in the world, but at night you could definitely see them. Daytime not so much. I do have the stock seat on here. I mean, honestly I could ride this bike all day and don't have too many complaints about it. I guess it just depends like what you're really looking for. With a bike like this, you're not going to be looking for comfort. That's not what you're riding this bike for. So some people I've heard complain about the seat, how it's not the most comfortable seat, but I mean, it's a sports bike, y'all. Like, we don't ride these bikes for comfort, so just keep that in mind. Another thing I love about this bike is the front end of it. The light looks so aggressive. On the Gen 6 ZX10R, it just has an incredible front end, and I'll show you guys that. We're going to try to get some cinematic views of the bike, but you got your daytime running LED lights on this bike. It's just a beautiful looking bike from the front end. I feel like I haven't done too much to it. I got the Woodcraft sliders on it. I got the Puig racing screen on here, the dark smoke. For track day footage, I have the GoPro mount right there. You can see it's not the best to see through, but I feel like it matches the black on this bike tremendously. You can actually see your lean angle, which is kind of cool. Let's say I have a track weekend, like a Putnam, I got my knee down. I was extremely excited. My max lean angle was at 57 degrees, so you can either see it in degrees or you can kind of see it like in a bar, kind of like the RPM bar, where it's just got lines in it. I'll have to show you guys here in a second once we get stopped, but that's another thing I really like about this bike is that you have your max lean angle, which helps out a lot, so you can kind of critique yourself while you're on the track. This bike is very stable. It just feels super solid. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter if I'm going fast, straight. It doesn't matter if I'm braking hard into a corner. This bike just has tremendous stability in handling. Like, it just wants to lean. That's very important on a bike like this. You want to feel the confidence when you're riding. You want to know that you can trust your bike going around those corners and at high speeds, and I feel like with this ZX10R you can do just that. Looks like we got some kind of event going on downtown. Oh, the Fever are playing. Alright guys, if you are not from here, welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana. I need to get some new tires on this bike. I think I'm going to stick with these Pirelli Super Corsas, the SPs. This will be the perfect spot for some photos and to try to get the cinematic footage of the bike for you guys. If you guys are checking the video, definitely want to give them a shout out and a thank you to all you guys as we continue to grow the channel. As long as you guys believe in me, support, keep the views coming, leave a like, comment, just make sure you stay tuned. Alright guys, we're almost at Dreyer Motorsports. Looks like they got something going on. They got Yamaha out here. I wonder what they got going on. Alright, let me get moved over here really quick. That's another thing I'll mention. I wish this bike had a gas gauge to show you exactly where you were at. Alright, so now we're on the right side. We got an MT-07 right there. I was actually thinking about getting an MT-10. A couple Ducatis. Got a Honda CBR 600RR right there. Alright guys, we are at Dreyer Motorsports. We are looking at the accessories right now. They got a lot of stuff in here. This is my first time in here. They got everything. All the riding boots, jackets. I see a couple track suits over there. don't know if you guys have seen, but the new Alpine Stars jacket that they just released, it looks like it's all-weather jacket. It's got the hood on it. That jacket is sick. I'm gonna have to get that. But yeah, they got everything you need in here. Fuel jugs. I need to get one of these for the track. I've been using like a regular fuel tank for mine. Pit bull stands. And then the bike's the most important part. What's good, bro?
Good?
Yep. I know. Yeah. You gotta have a jacket though, I guess. Long sleeves, yeah.
You already tried?
They mentioned it to me, but I was like, I only got the shirt today, so.
Go back here real quick.
Yep, you're good. I'm gonna look around. Couple Ninjas. We got the Ninja 650. Couple of the anniversary edition 650s. Let's see what else they got over here. Let me know what you guys think about that anniversary color. I don't really like it too much. Let me know what you guys think. We got the ZX10R. This Z900 is sick. It's got the Olin suspension on it. This is the one that I was looking at. Didn't end up happening, but maybe in the future. I would like to get a naked bike on the channel. A couple of Suzuki's. Gixxer, they got the Busa. That's a clean Busa right there. You buying it?
I'm so used to cruising.
Oh yeah. Yep. Totally different.
I can't do what it needs to go my cousin though. He ride them all.
Oh yeah. But yeah, they got a Yamaha test drive event going on today. But you gotta have a jacket with you. And I don't. I'm in the t-shirt today. So like I said, they got plenty of bikes. If you guys are trying to come get one, make sure you come check them out. So we just got back on the bikes. I think we both need gas, so this bike looks good though. He's a good dude, man. He's one of the ones that hit me up and encouraged me to keep going with the YouTube channel. Bought one of the hoodies from me, the 2 Fast Life hoodies. People that support, I try to get out and meet. That's why I come see him. So I appreciate you, David. And the bike definitely looks good.
I got it, bro.
Right on, Bubby. This thing eats through gas. I think he had just got those fairings, to be honest. Yeah, I think monster fairings. They don't look too bad. One thing about a 1000 is you're going to eat through tires and you're going to eat through gas. I guess it depends how you ride. If you're trying to do power wheelies all day like I've been trying to do, it's definitely going to eat up gas. It's like 12 bucks to fill up. Sometimes 14 bucks depending. I'm in Indiana, so right now what premium's $4.50. So, and you got to make sure you put the good stuff in there. All right, so we just got gas. Today I try to point out some of the stuff I like about this bike, some of the things I don't like about it, which obviously you guys can tell from the list. There's not too many things I don't like about this bike. Unfortunately, I got to work today at 3 o'clock, so I got like 45 more minutes to ride.
I see what you've been doing on the red.
I know, yeah. I haven't really done a review ride. I kind of did like a first ride video for the R7. After watching it, I felt like it wasn't the best, like first ride. It wasn't really meant to be like a review. I just kind of wanted to point out some stuff for you guys about this bike that's pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're looking for a bike that stands out, that Kawasaki KRT green, you can't go wrong. That is gonna be it for today. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for all the newest content that we got coming your way. That is a wrap. Shot too fast. We are out.